You need a 12 by yourself. By yourself. So this is a biostress, eternal stress, A and B combined together. This is now from the MB model. It's from the MB mechanical balance model for calculate the crystal thickness calculation. A and B, how thick we can grow. The crystal thickness quantum wave nanostructure and the superlative, you can by increase the 4 times superlatives and 2 times. Maybe you have your crystalline more thick. You can use the superlatives. This is my advisor, master degree advisor. He wrote 5 years before he wrote the world compound semiconductor textbook. So you are interested for the compound semiconductor, you can borrow this textbook. Very good. I remember in the 40 years ago, he said, Remy, you need to leave something in the world. Immortal your life. Immortal your life. So I said, this is beyond my ability. But 40 years later, he kept promise. He had a textbook. So I admire him very much. Right now, he's living in San Francisco. So the superlatives is our favor. It can up to the 4 times stress tolerance for the critical thickness. It's more better for me, better for everyone. But no one wants to share in the textbook. I just share with you. Always make more use of superlative structure by Isaki in the shredding interlocking field. Isaki published this paper, won the published paper, but reject. Very sad. Just reject. He published IBM, the company journal, just published. But this is a very good innovation. Novelty. At the present, aluminum gas photonic device is manufactured mainly by heterostructure. You know, have the good substrate, so maybe substrate sapphire, because the sapphire is more cheaper. But this is the latest measure very large, lead to the high stress, high dislocation density, and mosaic crystal structure. So this is a natural defect. I have mentioned this stochastic A and B, you need a 50%, but sometimes reach it. So these are stochastic composition will induce the natural defect, pouring defect, vacancy, and anti-side. So I mentioned this is the 2 edge dislocation and the screw dislocation, and the long the major composition, natural defect, and this is 2 head. Therefore, it is necessary to inactivate the defect during the crystal growth. So we call this preservation. You are deep point, we can preservation a little. So because natural defect, just like follow with you, always follow you by your side. We call, no matter what we breed, we still are made of greed. Always, I think, money. So MQW of UVB LED, moderate impurity preservation, also an alternative demon. Demon is a whale. Demon hide in your eye. So you need to open your eye. So I will tell my students, you need to thinking by your heart thinking. Open your heart, your eye to thinking. Demon. So I mentioned this is drawn by this student. Is so large. So this is very difficult to activation. So free hole, very difficult. So this is from the grain partition function. This function, the probability a hole at the impure level here is a proportion to this equation. So this is a grain partition function. So we can easily to get the doping efficiency is very low. This is my PhD professor advisor per Susan Lee. Here the semiconductor device physical. Semiconductor physical and the device. So this is wrong here. This is published 三民书籍啊。Maybe you can study a little Chinese. You can buy. This is our PhD, my textbook. Very good. Right now is nearly. So maybe later we can show. So I mentioned is the doping life is like your human life. 你看，有个 magnesium increase. We want doping in magnesium. Magnesium flow increase. Our carrier increase carrier number. But this is a free carrier and drop again. So this is not always increase, drop again. See side effect. So I will mention this. If you have studied semiconductor PN junction, this is a gain profile very similar. This is a doping profile. So I always say, doping is needed for PN junction. It's needed. PN junction, you need doping. But too much, not only will be no gain, but also will be much loss. So this is the slogan again. So slogan in Chinese, more is less, less is more, and your life will be rich. So very important. Always in the semiconductor, not more and more. Sometimes.